12.
I mean, Russia has like 13 in itself, right?
So am I right or no?
You're both wrong.
There's a couple half-hour
There is
time
some
zones.
half-hour times.
So
It's like
it's tricky.
27.
It's more than 24. I know that.
Yeah.
Half hour
29.
time?
There is-
Yeah, like
is,
Mumbai is like 5.5 ahead of you.
Newfoundland is 30 minutes ahead of where Trent lives.
Isn't Hawaii 30 minutes out?
I don't know. I hope not.
Hawaii's like a 3-hour flight, so probably not.
God, yeah, but it doesn't matter how far it is.
So-
If it's like in between the farness.
Do you have the answer for us, Owen?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the answer? 29.
No, I don't know.
What's the point?
You wanker!
I was just genuinely interested.
All right, gang. Well, we got some community bans. Omni Knight and Meepo, Slark and Bristleback taken out, and then they paid
I
to
like
ban the Treant as well as the Brood Mama.
I like this. We were looking for the Bristle ban, the Omni ban. They do it. So good job, Twitch chat.
Now, this is interesting, though. J-Storm and Beastcoast both bidding 2 Moonbucks for the
what does that mean?
the selection. It means Mr. Midas will choose the one that he likes more, a.k.a. a coin gets flipped. I actually think that's what, if it's tied because it's blind, I think it's a 50-50.
Dude, it's crazy it could be tied. Like, they just both put 2 instead of, like, you have, like, 500 to work
I mean, I was going to say,
Dude.
what are the odds that? Let's do the math.
Stop asking me these questions with numbers and angles. I don't know. Not good.
I don't think there's any angles involved in that question.
There's not.
I mean, no.
I just don't want to deal with them anymore.
You should have brought Knoxville just to deal with Owen's questions, honestly.
Knox is probably sitting at home and shouting out all the answers. He's like, I know
He's
that.
shaking with rage right now.
I like the Brood Band too by J-Storm because it's monkeys forever. It's one of the heroes they will just first pick it. Like, if you have to ban a hero, I think just getting rid of those cheese heroes.
Now, Night Stalker, 42 Moonbucks. This is the value.
Still
Am
value,
I wrong?
for sure.
This is like crazy value?
It's not gone up that much. Was start the day as, what, 32?
Yeah, something like
Or
that.
like-
Only gone up to like 42.
That's what people are saying. Can you guys explain to me why is Night Stalker so great?
I mean, right, you got the
Is it?
AoE silence that's
Yeah.
stupidly strong. The nighttime, you're jumping over trees, terrain. You
So
get
why
axed,
wasn't
you
he
got the
picked
same-
every game at TI? Why is he
'Cause
popular now?
He got buffed a bit, right?
Yeah,
There
he
was some
got
buffs after
Void
TI,
no
wasn't
longer
there?
does half damage during day.
During day, yeah. There was buffs since
That's
TI.
a lot better, yeah.
That's his
It's
weak
literally
point,
at
right?
5 damage at level 1 during the day. It was so
Like, he
bad
can
before.
snipe range creeps
He
now.
actually can? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Thanks, Gareth.
You're welcome, dude.
And there's the Wind Ranger. Didn't get banned
Yep.
out, will get picked.
Where's the Bane?
Yeah.
We're not seeing the 2 heroes you said, Grant.
Yeah.
Not quite yet.
As we're at like 100% pick rate on Undying right now, by the way.
Wow.
He has gone up quite a bit, bro. He started off
He
around
started
30.
15.
Yeah.
Did
He's like
15. Yeah, there
He's
you go.
rising in the ranks, dude.
You got to get him whilst he's still down there. I think, 60, you're still happy paying.
Can we sort by price again? Just probably get in the habit of this here production. It makes it a little bit easier to see what's valuable and what's not. Do we have... Wow, Bloodseeker is down to 13.
Reserve time.
13.
What's the lowest? Can it go all the way down to 1?
Can it go in the negative?
It cannot go negative.
Can you
that's
earn
for
money
sure.
by picking
You earn
bad
money
heroes?
by taking them.
This hero is so bad, we'll pay you to play him.
Please.
I don't know, Grant. It's a good question. I don't know how low it can go,
I assumed
but
it was.
now they're down to 13, so they are slowly sinking.
Yeah. I guess there's some real smart maths going on behind the system because, like, Tiny, right, he was picked, he lost the game, but he actually went up 339 to 364 because, I mean, Bambo did have an amazing showing on it, and the hero's very, very strong. So cool to see that you're not only seeing changes depending on the result.
Yeah, I mean, the formula needs to be a little complicated, right?
Yeah.
Because, like you said, you could have one hero who played really well, but you still lose the game. That doesn't mean the hero was bad.
No.
No? Okay, well, you know.
Well, I mean,
things are complicated on the back
something has
end.
made that Tiny go from 339 to 364. So
Numbers
something
are
has increased
changing. That's
his
what's important
value,
here, folks.
Even though he
Numbers-
hasn't
We don't
won
know
again.
if it's like why they are, but
Any pick increases the price. Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, it didn't increase the price for game 1, but again, just keeping you on your toes, production. It was 339 still in game 1 of this one, so it went up between game 1 and game 2. Maybe something happened, something changed in the air. Who knows?
I love JJ,
Yeah.
dude.
No.
His tone of voice in our ear is like, you're wrong.
so I've got a question, Zaori. You can only do the challenges once, right? The bounties once per series.
Per series. So in this, like,
Okay.
J-Storm is playing in 2 series
They
today.
can only do the other one.
They will reset in the second series.
Dude,
So
that's
they'll get
pretty
a fresh-
scary, right? Well, considering they did 4 in the first game,
Right,
they're going to
yeah.
get the chance to do that
Yeah,
again.
but those 4 that they did in game 1, now they cannot do for the rest of this series that they're in. And some of that, of course, is to calibrate. The schedule isn't perfectly even in terms of teams playing every single day. So we want to make sure it's fair that you don't get screwed over with bounties just because you had to play back-to-back matches.
And man,
Reserve time.
dude, Beastcoast, if they don't win this game, they are going to be broke. Because they're spending a lot of money on bans, too. Last game we didn't see any. They've already spent over 100 on bans.
we saw a couple of bans, right?
Yeah.
And
But
also,
not
worth,
this
yeah.
much.
I mean,
Yeah,
since
not-
the bank is getting low, it's probably worth mentioning. Last time, if you had 0,
Yeah.
you were forced to random.
Yeah.
Now it's a little bit different. You're still forced to random, but I believe it's a hero. It's like a random within the bottom percentage of heroes, or Twitch chat gets to pick. There's some.
Oh, okay,
It's
so
not
bad
random. It's like
heroes,
you get
yeah.
stuck from a pool of really shitty
Yeah.
ones that you don't want. So we tried to make it a little bit more punishing so that you don't get lucky by randoming Tiny or something for free. You will never
10
random
seconds
Tiny.
remaining.
Ever.
Probably not.
Don't try.
Just don't even try.
5 seconds remaining.
Man.
Lesh band, huh? That's an expensive band there. 55 Moonbucks to take
time.
Lesh out of the pool.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that hero in NA, it is actually just first pick every single game in these stacks.
I mean, there is a cool dynamic that we're seeing here now where Beastcoast lost the first game in the series, so they're almost like more afraid of some of these scary heroes. Like, well, J-Storm's got a lot of money on us, so they can afford Lesh or Ember Spirit, so now we have to pay extra to ban these heroes as a reaction to J-Storm having a huge bank above them. You know, there's like degrees of strategy here.
I'm surprised Lena's so low. As POS 4 and POS 2, she's only costing 94.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And this is also the first game where Chen has not been banned. I don't know if he's considered value at 160 Moonbucks, but he's been banned out pretty early on.
That hero, right? You just get like 3 of the magic resist creeps, and you're just set for the rest of the game,
And you always win the TP war, dude.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
get the lanes,
no matter what.
unless you really screw up.
Yeah. Oh, well, I wasted my cool. Oh, I accidentally skilled Q first. My bad.
Hey, Warlock, and ooh,
Hey.
the Pudge.
Oh, I like it. I like
All right,
it.
Owen, I hear you've been playing a lot of Pudge recently.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying as well earlier, right? 15 Moonbucks. That's value there. I think this hero is still very good. It does. Of course, it depends where it's going to be played, right?
Okay.
I mean, you're the only expert, Grant. Who's playing this Pudge? Like, what
I
position will
think
this Pudge be?
I think it's Monkeys Forever, where
Yeah.
he played middle last game, but he normally plays off lane. It could be
Okay.
Praxis, but that's the thing. They have 2 players. Who
But it's going to be
that.
what? It's going to be mid or off.
I think so. It'll be
Yeah.
core. I'm pretty sure.
And probably what with the Wind Ranger, that's probably going to be the mid, right? So you'd say
Or the
more likely to
four.
be offlane.
Yeah.
Oh, they do play at 4
Wind
still.
Ranger still, yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Man, it's not the easiest game for landing hooks, though.
It is not.
No.
Treants, zombies, you got like stuff just in the way all
no,
the time.
I mean, I would say this Pudge game's not necessarily, it doesn't look like an amazing one, right? Because not only that, you've also got this Night Stalker that's going to be getting on top of you. You're going to want something to get yourself
And-
sort of away from him, like a Force or a
Right.
BKB.
And
which
you're
you
a
don't-
fatal bond target.
Exactly. And you've got not just the Pudge, but also the Undying, right? These 2 very tanky heroes. If you as a teammate get bonded to this Pudge or Undying with a bazillion HP, you're not going to have a good time. So, you're going to look to the Pudge getting a Lotus Sword pretty
Yep.
quick. He's got to have something to remove those bonds, otherwise he's just going to get his team killed every fight.
And we were talking about hitting hooks. Oh, and you say you're not supposed to skill hook, right?
Well, I've started skilling it now. But you definitely want to max your other 2 spells, I think.
So what are you-
Depending on the lane that he plays in.
Do you always get it early, or are you a 0-4-4 guy?
You go 1-1-1,
Okay.
and then you max the rock.
Because I saw you go 0-4-4 in a pub, and
Oh,
if you wanted to
really?
tell people.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's not terrible.
That's terrible.
It's not terrible, because then you have...
You have 0 mana efficiency because you're not casting any
Exactly.
spells.
I mean,
What do you mean
if
exactly?
you feel confident...
Exactly.
If you feel confident that you're not going to be able to hit a hook, then
So
why
you,
put a
yeah.
point into
I
it?
guess that
Exactly.
makes sense, yeah.
As a bad player, don't put points in the hook. You're only going to miss it. And what happens when you miss a hook in a pub game? Your teammates instantly flame you. The whole morale goes downhill. They do, however, also flame you if you don't put a point in a hook.
Yeah,
Just
so
badly.
pretty much you pick Pudge, you're going to get
But then,
flamed. Yeah.
then it's funny.
Yeah.
At least you're self-aware, right? Well, God, you're getting ahead of the flames. Guys, I knew I wasn't going to hit them.
210.
Wow, that's a costly gyro pick.
They got some pretty sick team fight now, though.
They have a
they
lot
do.
of money.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, I mean, Gyro, of course, great against the Undying, great with the Fatal Bonds. I like it. It's expensive, but does the job here for J-Storm.
Reserve time.
It's just earlier pressure. Like last game, they won the game by what, 15, 20 minutes if we're being real. Here again, like you get a lead with the Nature's Prophet, like the 2nd or 3rd night and the gyro. You're not going to fight into him.
How do you pick PL into Night Stalker? How is that a thing you...
I know. I do feel some of Beastcoast picks are a little sort of
Because-
it feels like they're picking heroes without looking at the other draft,
You can't doppel...
which isn't a good strat. Don't do this.
Just for clarification,
Like, it's good against Gyro. It's like a pseudo
Yeah.
counter against Gyro, right? Gap close, good physical damage.
But the Night
Night Stalker
Stalker
uses
just
AoE
on top of
silence.
you.
You're like, what
Yeah.
do I do?
You actually
You're
just
dead.
die. Yeah.
I thought PL was a little rough right now. Like he's a little
Yeah.
delicate in the lane. Like he needs a lot of things to go his way before he looks god tier.
You need 3 items. That's pretty much what every carry player says. You need the
25.
hard, the Manta. Yeah, you need the 20, which isn't even that good versus Night Stalker now since it's AoE silence. It's just rough.
Yeah. You need Diffusal Manta. And
Diffusal Manta hard is
hard,
the most.
yeah.
Maybe Butterfly if
10
you want to cut creep
seconds
waves more.
remaining.
that's a lot of items, Grant.
It is.
Dire team pick.
Manky.
I like that. They banned the Axe, though, versus their PL. Like, well, we already have one guy. Let's not let the Axe get on top of
But
us.
for 7 Moonbucks, that feels like a value ban.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
rid of it.
Well, let's see. I mean, maybe for the final pick from Beastcoast, it's all going to make sense and come together.
10
But
seconds.
it doesn't look like an easy draft to play so far.
Ooh, Pango.
And we talked about, some of us backstage, we talked, if you have a Pango player, this hero is just ultimate value. And they do. They have
Yeah.
9, right? He plays it middle, I believe.
They needed it,
Yeah, it's
exactly,
middle.
because I could
It's-
see you putting Rezo
No,
safe,
9
Gyro.
is really,
Yeah.
really good on this hero, so I'm excited to see him play it.
Yeah, this looks pretty
10
terrifying for
seconds
Jason. I mean, again, another hero that, Pango on its own is
Seems
insane
like-
damage output when you get like a Maelstrom.
5
You throw a
seconds
Fatal
remaining.
Bonds in, you later down the line, you get an Axe. Like that plus
2v5
Fatal Bonds,
them.
everyone just gets absolutely
Reserve
shredded
time.
on Beast Coast lineup.
This is where it gets
Oh.
interesting, though. Beast Coast low on money, and they need a mid. How big do you go? Do you take OD? He's been that 6th ban pretty commonly.
They can't even afford
149.
Tiny. They literally just can't afford Tiny already 2 games in.
Oh, wait, no,
yes,
they would have
can,
10
can't they?
Moonbucks left.
Oh, the bank. I was looking at spent this
Grant,
graph. My bad. My bad.
374 is higher than 364.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
my bad. Over
they do
here,
have
we-
money,
yeah,
Grant.
we,
I mean, oh,
it's
and he did
opposite
say
bank.
that he was bad at math, to be
Okay.
fair. Now you're just rubbing it in.
Dude, they can't. Oh. Quap, okay.
All right. I was going to say Lena potentially, but Quap about half the price.
God, this is a scary draft to play against. And you see the money, right? Way more money spent on the J-Storm draft here, but Beast Coast doing what they can.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good spot to be in if you're J-Storm. You do all those bounties game 1. If you lose this game, you're still going to come into game 3 with a Moonbuck advantage.
Yeah, I mean, Beast Coast has to do really good in the early game because Pango also does extremely well versus PL in the late game. The PL pretty much has to be the strongest hero at 20 minutes, which is super hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, well, both the Pango and the Gyro are probably going to get Maelstrom, so just having 2 Maelstrom carriers against the PL, and again, as I said,
You're
everything just works so
swashbuckle.
nicely with the Fatal Bonds, and it's not an easy game for these heroes to play.
So does anybody like this Beast Coast roster? I mean, I know
The
prediction-wise...
roster, that's a
roster or
bit
the
harsh.
draft?
I mean, I'm sure the guys are nice.
I bet.
Yeah, they're cool guys.
No,
What the
I hate
hell?
them.
Are
I
we-
hate everyone.
No, they're trash.
All right. My bad. Hard R. Any thoughts about this draft? Do you think they have a chance at taking this game?
If Pudge can hook PL out of the AoE silence every single time, sure.
If Punch can hook PL out of the AoE silence.
Every single time, sure.
Yeah,
He'll be
Okay.
fine.
it's just the PL has to have a good start. Like, that's pretty much it. If the PL doesn't die and actually has a really good start, they definitely could win, but I would say it's like 90-10
Yeah, I'd say
against
They
them.
have to like win every nighttime fight for the first 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Or else it's over.
All right. So prediction-wise, or if you have to pick a winner, are we all going J-Storm? Or is this going to be the first unanimous panel? All right.
It's got to be Jason.
Grant, get some of that sweet
I'm going to
nectar.
blow a JS ring here.
Away we go.
No, I'm just kidding. J-Storm, though.
All right. Pretty close.
Yeah, Jay's still on the way. I think this one's going to be even more brutal than game 1.
Yeah, I think no matter what position the Night Stalker's in, I think against Spin
good.
Pain and PL, it's super sick.
Yeah.
I wish I could play Contrarian here, but I'm kind of with you. I like this J-Storm draft. I like the way they're leveraging their Moonbuck lead.
Yeah, they're
I want to see more teams follow this strat of like the battle for the bounties in game number 1. Both teams are trying to max out on bounties in game 1 to get an advantage for game 2. I want to see that.
We still don't have the 5. No one's gone for the 5 melee yet, have they?
No 5 melees again.
And we thought that would be one of the easier ones. I thought, honestly.
Potentially. I think getting 4 melee is not that bad, but it's that 5th, like, you're kind of locked into certain hero combinations for positions that's probably a little bit rough.
Alliance was close, right? They just had
Yeah.
that dad. They had 4 melee in the Dazzle.
Yeah.
It sounds easy on
Yeah, well,
paper, but with all the values, and then you factor in, like, player-hero combos and what they're comfortable with and all that stuff,
And then if your
it's hard to
opponent-
craft.
If your enemy picks like a Tide or an Enigma or an Axe or something, then you're like,
Feel bad,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. You pick 3 melee heroes. It's like, well, guys, they might be going all melee. Let's just
Timber
grab a
Claw.
couple of these guys. Midnight Pulse is pretty good, I heard.
Decent.
Not bad.
Is there... man, this has to be tough. Because do we know... Are these the official rosters going to the DPC season?
Yeah.
I don't think so for Beast Coast.
Okay.
I think from...
For J-Storm, it definitely is.
Yeah,
know that.
I guess I don't know, and I hope I'm not revealing here, but I think the roster for Midas mode was
Holy-
designed. We're
Midas
announcing a
mode.
Betway Midas mode roster, and after this, it's still TBD. Maybe it'll be the same. Maybe they've got other stuff lined up.
Tryouts,
But
yeah, you never know.
they were told us that this was quote, the Midas mode roster. So to me, that means it's not 100%.
They wanted to bring in people with the big brains for the big value. That's why they have 2 captain-type players. Didn't go well game one.
Captain-type players. I like it. Not actual
players,
captains, just
but
like
type, you know?
2 guys that could be captains in a few years.
Maybe. Ike's Mike, yeah. He's been doing it for, what, like 10 years now? This could be the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, production, whenever we're ready for the game, we are ready to rock and roll. Looks like we're loading in here, so not too far along.
Which TI was the Liquid roster?
TI3.
2? 3.
3. He was on Complexity at TI2 and Liquid at TI3.
The old Liquid.
Yes.
That was the team.
The American Liquid.
The
They
glory
used to
days.
be. They used to be It's Gosu, and then they turned into Liquid, right? Was it that old
No,
Redneck squad?
It's Gotu went to Quantic. Liquid was just, they got signed as Liquid.
You're right.
Goes-
You're right.
Was that the TC? No, TC was Liquid.
Yeah, it was
Who was
Liquid.
it goes to?
Paint It Gold, Korok, Universe, Infinity.
Yeah.
Who was on Team E-Hug. It was those players.
Okay.
Full
Sweet.
of Hero, and one day.
We're ready to ride, gang. We got casters.
Oh.
We got 2 of them over there. Let's send it over to Moxie and Jenkins.
Thank you so much, Sayori. So what do we think? I see a Night Stalker, and I think instant win. What do you think?
Yeah, I think this hero's broken.
Yeah.
But there's a Pudge on the enemy team. I always want to root for the Pudge. I think it's maybe not the greatest hero, but it's the most fun. And that's really what
Is
matters.
it really the most fun hero?
Yes, it's the most fun hero. How is that a question? What's more fun than Pudge?
I don't know.
Are you going to support?
I like playing Io.
Oh, come on.
I am a big Io fan.
Hook
Everybody knew that.
is iconic. This is an
It's true. It's true. It is very iconic. That's for sure. I saw your Pudge set the other day. That was horrifying.
Oh, I'm decked out.
Yeah, it is disgusting. Look. It makes her action slacks very proud with your.
That was
your
supposed
Pudge
to be
set.
the college tuition, but I put it into the
And
Pudge.
now you're in esports.
Yeah, yeah.
Woo woo.
Yeah, things are going good.
Right. All right. So.
It's a Monkeys Forever Pudge, too.
Oh, it is
So
Monkeys.
this is typically the mid laner for this team, at least from what I've seen when they play in pubs. But I know both Brax and Monkeys Forever are 2 offlaners, and it's not easy to make that transition quickly. So looks like they're swapping up the roles in this particular game.
All right. Well, there is our horn. Time to go get ourselves some bounty runes.
The battle begins.
Okay, so we're not gonna have the bounty of Game Theory, which is the
I don't think that's up yet for them.
it's on the old Reddit.
Oh, it's on the Reddit thread.
Yeah, I think
Is it supposed to be on the Reddit thread?
maybe, I don't know. I think Trent posted it.
So it's Trent's fault.
It's always Trent's fault.
Always Trent's fault.
It's always the
Canadians.
Canadian.
What am I gonna do with you?
Send them up north.
Send them up north.
they
Can I
belong.
go up north too?
Yes, you're more than welcome.
Excellent. Excellent.
Sorry.
I would like to see. I guess we're not gonna probably see because all the bounties reset, right?
Indeed.
After the first game, so they could
Yep,
do
yep.
the Halloween one again, but I'm not sure who's going to be picking up a
Yeah, this is a weird,
Shadow Blade.
really weird one because it's a Moose Nature's Prophet, so this is like the only real Shadow Blade hero. Be like a Nature's position 3, but it's a
Yeah, no, it's gonna be Moose is a firm,
pause 4, yeah.
4 or 5 generally.
Moon Night Stalker, this is one of his best heroes. Even when he was playing in the carry role, they would win games by last picking or picking and flexing this Night Stalker to be a position 1, and now that's legitimately a good strategy. So it'll be interesting to see how he fares in this game, especially when, as the panel was saying, it's a pretty good Night Stalker game. I mean, every game's a good Night Stalker game. Who am I kidding?
Right now, yes, absolutely, every game is good.
Oh, Courier. Brox was spam pinging it.
Middle lane, of course, we've got our Queen of Pain and the Pango squaring off here. I don't think that's going to be too interesting for a while now. I think all eyes, if you are a fan of Team Beastcoast here, all eyes are in this bottom lane because you want to make sure that Tomato can get himself a farm, right?
Just like the panel was saying, though, this hero does take a very long time before he does anything. So, I mean, it's good to give him a solid start. Oh, Moo.
Oh, IX Mike getting the first blood this time instead of being the first blood. Gonna feel pretty good.
That's the cool thing about having an Undying in a lane where you also have some sort of spammable nuke. It's just so efficient with the strength steal coming from Decay. The damage is relentless.
I'm just going to see them trading off a little bit. Where are we going to see most of our action, though, Jenkins?
I think on the mid lane, there's definitely kill threat. Queen of Pain onto the Pangolier. Top lane, Pudge is definitely prone to feeding a gyrocopter. And honestly, the bot lane. I mean, as we already saw, I think all of the lanes is just like favored towards one of the sides in all of the lanes. Mid lane, though, Brax has got to be careful. He's not a blink.
Oh, he's going in. They're trying to get it. They'll find the final hit. And he will die to that tower there.
So he gets a solo kill, and you honestly, you want to die after that. I mean, he's
yeah,
got
you've used all of your health, all your mana. Just die, make sure that they don't get
Right.
the experience, right? And then just TP on back.
and he went bottle first, too. So he's got a full bottle coming back into that lane.
Oh, that's some good efficiency right there.
That's a half-level advantage for the Pangolier. And this is a hero that can snowball really hard because he's very good at rotating to the side lanes and winning team fights alone. If you can get an early javelin, it is devastating.
He's going right back after Brax here again. Oh, as we get a suicide, I believe?
He Sudoku
Yep.
tier 2. I'm glad that they updated the text. Ooh, top lane.
Top lane, that's
Jubei.
a lot of damage coming out of those Fatal Bonds. We'll try to turn this tension back around again. Gyrocopter sitting very low, but he's gonna he makes it out, no problem. Monkeys forever. Talks about a Pudge feeding a Gyrocopter.
Yeah, I'm not trying to call Monkeys Forever out because I think he's an exceptional player, and I've watched a lot of his Pudge games to see, how to play Pudge. But I gotta say, he's 1 in 17 or 17 in 1 in most games. Like,
Okay.
it's always snowballing in one direction because he just keeps coming back to the same lane, going for kills over and over. It's like he doesn't make the calculation. He's just like, fuck it, I'm going in, I'm fighting.
So this doesn't bode well for him if this is where he's starting off, yeah?
Not particularly, especially against a Gyrocopter. This hero tends to do pretty well against the Pudge because, the Rot does the exact same damage to
I mean,
Pudge.
how scared are you right now, too, if you're on the side of Beastcoast, just because you don't want to be giving them any more of an advantage than they already have, right? Because you need to have enough time here for this Phantom Lancer to come online. Although Moose is taking a decent chunk of damage here from Ix Mike, but they do have those tree babies. They're going to be able to go throw out some more damage and try to block just a little bit.
Ix Mike is totally cool with soaking.
I
damage.
hear a
Top lane.
pinned. Yeah, the jump forward here. Looks like 9 should be able to get the kill on the Wind Ranger. Are they going to be able to find the kill on Monkeys? You betcha. And just in time for those 5-minute bounty runes.
Yeah, this is looking like one of those games that I mentioned.
Oh, Moose. He manages to get himself uphill, saves himself. This is the first night, of course. Night Stalker not super strong just yet, but
There's no jump on
definitely
Tomato.
strong enough. This is not looking good for Tomato. One more hit should do the trick. And there he goes. We do end up losing Moose, but I think you're very, very happy. You've got a kill on your Night Stalker, first night, and it happens to be the core on the side of East Coast.
Actually went for a bottle on Night Stalker too. That's interesting.
Do you think he's just going to be really more active and wants to
I think
put
so.
a lot of pressure down? Is that why you picked that up?
It's also one of those things I know a lot of offlaners pick it up just when they're in a situation where they don't really want to go back to base. They think it's really important to stay in the lane. And if he has full regen here, he can just keep bullying. So I think this makes a lot of sense.
He's just chasing down Tomato now. They're trying to use those tree ends, trying to block off the path, keep some eyes on him. We'll actually end up blocking a little bit here. Nina manages to get another kill onto Brax. Tomato, he's trying to get himself away. They're just chasing him down slowly but surely. 1, 2, one more hit. He'll do the trick, and there he goes. This is not looking great for Beast Coast.
Moxie, that is Tomato's TP too. So he has to go
The walk of shame.
He has to go walk back to the lane. And that's on a catapult wave too. So he can't just go walk to the jungle. He has to walk all the way back to the lane to defend the tower. Or lose the tower, which you're not going to do that.
That's, that is a feels bad man right there.
Complete disaster.
And it also just feels like, oh, that's a really nice shackle here. Do they have enough damage is the next question. They've got those Fatal Bonds placed over here onto Jubei and Monkey. So every time that Jubei takes some damage here, there's going to be a TP coming out here from Moose. They want to see if they can get the kill. They'll go and block him into place. They need just maybe a little bit more damage, and they're not going to be able to find it just yet. But going to see a TP over to the Shrine from the Gyrocopter bottom lane. Ix Mike is getting chased ring around the rosy here by this Night Stalker. There's no way that they catch him. He's way too fast.
No, this is the annoying thing about Night Stalker is that people don't really roam on the first night anymore. You just sit in a lane and are such a strong hero.
Oh, Moose is going to join in the bottom lane. The dynamic duo of Moo and Moose. they search through the tree line for IX Mike. One more hit. Moves is down. Rather move. Gets the kill on Mike.
Once again, this is just one of those situations where they're protecting the catapult. They even fortify for it, so the next wave can arrive. Unfortunately, Radiant also has a fortify.
Oh, the Rolling Thunder in the top lane. 9, he wants to find a skill. Does go maybe a little bit off the mark here, but finds Monkeys. And they should be able to find the skill, no problem. Are they going to be able to get themselves some more? It's feeling like this Wind Ranger. Oh, it looks like they're going to turn their attention to the Undying. The jump forward, though, coming out here from Brax. Nice Sonic Wave does manage to finally take down 9.
But he's got maxed out Shadow Strike, so 1 point in that blink. He cannot chase. That's kind of the lane dominating build, and unfortunately you lack a lot of kill threat in the side lanes, and you can't push very fast with this particular build. But
Well, I think he was having trouble, though. Brax was having a lot of difficulty in that mid lane against 9, so maybe that's why he opted for that lane dominating build, like you said.
I do kind of feel like if he was a mid player, that he probably would have gone like 2 points in Shadow Strike. I know a lot of people say no, obviously no. No offense to Brax, it's definitely like an offlaner thing to play in the mid lane, and you just go for like the easiest possible build, or you pick a hero that can like jungle the side camps. I know I do that when I play the mid lane because you're playing against these guys that like know all the matchups, they know all the tricks.
Yeah.
So you need to tip the balance somehow until you learn the role.
Well, they're going to put a lot of pressure down here on this bottom tower to cut off the Radiant jungle. And they should be able to do that very, very easily. In fact, they had the rotation from the Gyrocopter.
Who's just scouting ahead in the jungle here too. He's got Dark Ascension, Nighttime. This is an easy kill.
They just feel so strong right now, coming out from the side of J-Storm.
Oh, they want to go for Brax?
Thinking about it.
Tomato? Oh, they have a ward.
Oh, they see Tomato.
Really punishing.
Goes right underneath the tower. They've caught the haste. I'm thinking that this is going to be a dead Tomato. Rolling Thunder starts to get queued up. We'll be able to go knock him over. Nice hit there. Doing a little bowling with a Phantom Lancer. Monkus Forever gets killed by moves. This feels like a train that's starting to go off the rails here.
What's Monkeys doing behind the tower?
Just Monkey things. IX Mike, he's not staying alive for much longer either. This is the Night Stalker issue. I see this in a lot of pubs right now. This is why it's worth the money to ban him, I think.
Yep.
I don't think you allow him to.
TP's blocked the Bounty Runes. He has the Dark Ascension available because he didn't use it for the entire nighttime. He didn't need it.
Nope.
So that makes him very strong for these bounties.
Oh, Fear.
He's going to pop it.
Jump for yeah, there it is. There's that Dark Ascension. He's chasing down the Quap. He's going to try to use that void. And just one more hit should do it. I was thinking that Moose was trying. Oh, nice the snipe coming out from Jubei, though.
Jubei is playing out of his mind in this series, actually.
Well, he needs to.
Despite
he needs to with the
losing horribly, but he's playing very well in both games. Jubei is one of those like super underrated like NA Dota gems that I think.
Ooh, a good hook coming out here from Monkeys. And they get the kill on Rezo, though. Go, they'll drop the Tombstone. They got the Dismember. Still alive. They need to get some more damage out. Look at this damage actually.
Oh, no!
Oh, poor Monkeys. Oh, they almost managed to get themselves another snipe. Oh, can they get enough damage over to IX Mike? No, IX Mike. It's a little bit beefier as in comes Moose. Not sure what he's hoping to do there. Maybe just hoping to be there a little bit earlier, but.
Isn't this game just like the story of every pub Pudge? It's like, guys, I'm doing it! Pudge just gets like solo killed.
So, yeah, how many of his teammates are going to be reporting him after this match?
At least 4. Maybe 5.
My favorite is when I cast NA Dota with you and you're like, wait, what did he say? I think I have them muted.
I don't have anybody in this game.
Oh, wow, I'm
These
impressed.
are all well-behaved pub players in here. No Ritsus in this game.
Whoa, whoa, he's going to shout him out like that. Jeez.
Absolutely.
That call out, though.
Straight Aghanim Scepter on the Night Stalker.
That's the build. That is
I've
the
seen,
build right now. It is pretty wild.
I guess he does have the urn. Sometimes people will build Vessel. Sometimes people will build Medallion. Sometimes people build into drums if you already have a Vessel and Medallion builder. But a lot of people are going for the straight eggs just because, or like a small item than eggs, just because it makes you farm so quickly. Like accelerates your farm like crazy.
I mean, he's had a good enough lane where he can definitely afford to just go for a bit more of a luxury item early and have maximum impact with it.
Have you played against the Night Stalker Eggs? It's actually total bullshit in team fights.
I'm a support. Night Stalker has always been absolutely bullshit
It's
against me.
infuriating. It completely extends the range of it too, beyond.
Oh, is Nine gonna do a boo? Bottom lane. Oh boy. All right, monkeys.
What did I say, Moxie? what did I say?
I want a boo here. Come on, get that bounty. Oh, 9. That would have been a prime bounty time.
Yeah, that's
A little bit too late to go and grab him. Oh, though Tomato is going to have to try to go, destroy himself back. And look at the damage coming out from this Pangolier. Although they do have the TP, Sonic Wave pushes him back, and that'll be a kill.
I think this is when you can start doing your team building exercise. Like the game is firmly in your hands. You're gonna have a couple of deaths here or there. You don't just pile them all at once, right? You can just do them as the game progresses. But
oh, that's a good hook though coming out from Monkeys. This should be a kill. I'm thinking. Come on, you can do it, Monkeys. You can do it. Keep going. Keep rotting them. Oh my God, if he got away.
He didn't get the flesh heap stack.
He finally
died in
got him,
Fountain.
stack.
He died in Fountain, so he has 0 flesh heap. Oh
That is
my God.
That's sad Monkeys forever.
This is one of those shitty Pudge games where you have to go for max hook because you're just so useless and going to feed anyway, so they're going for flesh heap. So you're going to die with max flesh heap either way. So he's just like, I'm going to do more damage before I die, guys. Thanks for the 0 flesh heaps moves. What a sad game. Any Pudge player can empathize with this, man. This is such a common occurrence.
Well, like you said, either Monkeys is killing it or he is the one getting killed.
Yeah.
It's been a tough game for him.
I think it's definitely time to start looking at the bounties if you're Jay Storm. I mean, you may as well, right? You may pick up some more.
I'm surprised that Beastcoast hasn't been invested in doing any sort of bounties. I feel like they're a little low on money.
They're trying to win the game. They're trying to use their brain cells to figure out how to come back from a 7K deficit.
Oh, Tomato. What? Whoa, Tomato. That was a little gutsy there. Thinking he was going to go and D-ward.
Rocket, he does have the jump. Gets away.
Look just how fast they just shred through all these legions. J-Storm feels very, very strong right now.
It always feels good to take over the enemy triangle at 14 minutes into the game. That's something that's more common at 30 minutes plus. So this is a really nice position to be in. Jubei's kind of standing in the high ground trying to scout because he is a Wind Ranger. He does have the Wind Run.
This is double damage that they're going to be able to find bottom at the rune, though. So maybe Braxton makes something happen with this? I'm not sure.
Braxton's have some decent stats. He's got the Power Treads, Crown, Null Talisman, so double damage on him is actually not bad in these fights. That could be a bit of a game changer.
That'd be good. They need that.
They're going to need a big hook, too, though, because it is nighttime for 5 minutes, so this is going to be...
This is the scary time.
This is going to be hell for them.
Yeah.
It's.
I can hear some stuff going down here as the bottom lane. It looks like they actually do manage to get the kill on 9. In comes Reza, though. They should be able to go get the kill over onto Monkeys Forever. He's dead as they follow up with the missile. The silence comes out. That's a double kill from Moo. Fear joining in the fight now. I actually have not seen an ultimate, I don't think, from Fear just yet. Have you?
I feel like the apologies could really start coming out here. There's a lot of miscellaneous death.
There is. It does feel a bit serious when we don't have our Midas mode map. Maybe they just haven't gotten into the full feel of it, right?
This is true, but there's the balance of getting no gold for kills.
That's true.
What if people just turtle?
Well, that would be a very long day for everyone here at the arena.
So
congratulations, you got 20 gold for that kill on Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter, that would be a meta hero if we stuck to that. Map.
Well, look, Monkeys finds himself a hook, but he's found himself a lot of friends. And they're going to try to keep him alive for as long as possible, but they're not going to be able to. As they get that Rolling Thunder going around the corners, can they get the kill on IX? Mike will be able to go take down the Phantom Lancer, and they'll take down Jubei. Things are not looking good for the side of Beastcoast. The only one still alive is, of course, Brax.
The classic Pudge gameplay. Hook somebody in and your entire team dies. This all seems right.
Where's the rage tip? Right, where you tip your own teammate like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that.
It's very appropriate in this setting.
It is. I'm surprised we haven't seen anybody tipping our tip jar up in the front here at the venue. We have our little tip jar in the front. Every time a play comes out that people are excited about, you're supposed to throw some of those coins in there.
And make sure to throw real heavy
Nope,
coins.
nope, don't throw real heavy coins, and only throw them in the tip jar, please. Jenkins, we want to come back here, all
Any,
right?
like sandbags or anything.
Yeah, I don't want
heavy.
bruises from this event, thank you.
Bruise me.
Oh, whoa,
Please.
nope, nope. Mm-mm.
I want to feel something after this game.
I think Sir Action Slacks originally wanted the crowd to be able to throw like vegetables at us, like tomatoes.
That's
and,
kind
like,
of
lettuce.
aristocratic.
And I was like, no, I don't want to get hit with a tomato while I'm casting. Thank you.
You watch The Crown, you know there's the king that gave away his kingship. People threw tons of vegetables
They
at him.
did.
He's nobility.
He was nobility.
He's an aristocrat. He gets all vegetables in his face.
I still don't want vegetables thrown at me. Thank you.
I'd love a nice potato to the face, honestly.
Well, you heard it here, guys. If you would like to throw a potato at Jenkins' face, just don't do it while he's on stage.
Just a nice
Wait for him
arcade.
outside the venue.
Please don't do that. I'm very sensitive.
He is.
So J-Storm just taking over the triangle. This is...
Another double damage outside the Roche pit.
That's a convenient place for a double damage
It is.
spawn.
It really is. It makes me miss our VR Roche, like, a lot.
Because it would encourage them to go in and get their asses beat.
Yes.
Indeed.
I want to see him pick up a hero and yeet him out of the pit.
We have not seen that yet.
Well, we haven't seen a Super Roche yet.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the play here.
I think it's like $200.
Oh,
It's expensive.
Moose. All right, Jubei finds himself. It is expensive. I think we'll probably see it later on. But
Funny enough, that death by Moose is a good one because he's
he's making space. They're all bottom now.
Right, opposite side of the map. This
That
is
opens up Roche.
It's a very typical Nature's Prophet play. Usually you don't want to die when you're pushing the bot lane like that while your team's taking Roche, but when you're a support, who cares?
You're making space.
Yeah.
Also, 9 dropping the bottle and allowing the double damage to get picked up by Rezo is a nice play there. So they've got themselves an Aegis online for a resolution. And I think we'll see them go for another push.
I definitely feel like when you're holding this triangle, it's a great time to get the bounties done because you know that it's impenetrable. This is one of the things that I think is most likely going to get changed in the big patch coming up is these high grounds because you have these stalemates where if you are Beastcoast, there's almost nothing you can do except for sit and hold high ground, but enemy team's going to constantly build this gold lead because you can't exit your base if they're on your triangle,
That's true.
but you can't fight them either. So what do? You just sit.
So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to change like terrain sort of thing?
Yeah, I had a few ideas. Bridges.
Bridges.
I think bridges would be cool. You can go under them and
I don't know about
Because
that.
the problem-
that's a little wacky.
the
there.
problem is walking up the high grounds, right? If you're walking from one high ground to another high ground, that's no problem. But you still want the levels to it. I'm telling you, bridges are going to be a thing.
All right, guys. Somebody clip that, save it, so eventually when bridges become a thing, Jenkins can proudly...
Come on, Gabe. You know Gabe's watching.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. You know, he's a big fan of Midas mode.
Clearly.
Clearly.
We even have the Gabe bot. We put his entire personality on a robot, which we had.
That's a secret, Jenkins. What are you doing? Why are you giving away the secrets?
Is that a secret? Oh, all right.
Oh my God.
Shit, I'm fired.
You've worked the last Midas mode
Oh
ever.
boy, I pulled a James.
All right, I want to see some action. I want to see some movement. They've got an Aegis. I want to see a push come here from the side of J-Storm. They're pretty strong right now. We do have the smoke. So who's going to be the bait? Is that going to be 9?
Looks like it.
Well, he's hiding out in the trees, though. And they can see that Monkeys Forever is on the wrong side of the river right now. They're not happy about that. Look at this movement, although they will find Jubei. They ping it out. One runs out immediately. Rezo going to get pinned off to the tree.
They have a rocket on him.
They do have a rocket on.
He can't TP. He's done.
Moose right there. Yeah, it should be a very dead Wind Ranger.
220 gold because Jubei's actually quite farmed. So,
Yeah, he's been playing well this game.
yep. So him dying is kind of painful if you're Beast Coast because he was sort of transitioning to be the core in this game. Although, as I say that, Monkeys Forever is not doing too poorly on XP. This is the thing about... Oh, nice hook at the top lane.
Oh, but immediately the tree comes out from Moose.
No!
Bye-bye.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts to watch. Although he did force a TP.
That's true.
So he TP's bot.
But what can you really... Yeah, you forced a TP, but I feel like the side of J-Storm's going to be on the aggressive anyways.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that what are you going to TP into 3 people in the triangle? And
Yeah.
you force a TP to that side of the map, and of course, Resolution can just head back over to the triangle very quickly. It's not like forcing a TP to the Dire Triangle,
Right.
for example, which would be very far away.
All right, BKB has been picked up over here on a gyrocopter. Got an Aegis. I think it's go time. You can see that Moose is in the bottom lane, just trying to push away here. There's a courier over on this cliffside. Does he see it? He's probably spotted out the gyrocopter. Already, you can see IX Mike. He doesn't want to be here anymore. The drums are going to get popped, and it's all getting thrown out.
He has no TP. He TP'd
This is not bad, though, at the same time, right? Because, you know,
it's
you're dragging him away from the rest of the team. You can maybe get yourself a good engagement.
yeah.
Looking at the positive side, in fact, there's the Dark Ascensions. They're going to try to go after monkeys forever. This is not how you want to use that space that was just made.
Once again, the problem with pushing into a team that's holding the triangle, you just can't. It's you have to make like a full 5-man smoke rotation. You can't just like walk up and try to farm. You have to cut waves. That's a play that you can make. But getting into the wave cutting position is quite hard when there's a Night Stalker on the enemy team that can scout you with 1800 night vision.
We just got 2 Aghanim Scepters picked up. We got 1 Ags picked up for the Pangolier and 1 Ags picked up for the Queen of Pain. Is that going to be enough coming out from the side of Beastcoast, you think? I mean, it helps, right? But
Moo's got his Ags. It's nice because it lets them take fights a little bit more frequently, because I really do feel like there's no way that they can win a fight without the damage from the Sonic Wave, so...
Uh-oh, Tomato. Good to go. Just chew up through all of that, man. Again, we do have an Aegis. We do have a BKB over here on Rezo, so the rest of the team just needs to start making their way over. And look how low Tomato already is. As you can see, Moose has TP'd himself and wants to focus down that tombstone over on the side. And there's going to be the signs. Aegis does time out. The BKB comes out. They managed to get the kill. They're going to go right back in here, trying to chase after Tomato, but we've got just left and right people rolling around. 9 trying to find the kill. Jubei will get taken down. IX Mike trying to man fight over here against 3 other heroes. He's going to be able to get taken down as Monkeys Forever will fall. Brax barely getting out by the skin of his teeth. And Moo sitting very low himself.
That was
the word, like the timing on that.
That was good. That was really nice. But the problem is, when there's a 13k gold deficit, there are other heroes that are strong than just the gyrocopter. Pango's a problem. Night Stalker is the 3rd most farmed hero in the game, only slightly below the Pangolier. So
yeah, but the luck, the fact that the Aegis went out right at that second, he's already low.
I don't think that was luck.
KP.
I
think it was all time?
I think they timed that. I know IX Mike is relentless when it comes to timing. I know Jubei is as well. So I'm sure they timed that, which is interesting and cool, but it's not.
Oh, they almost managed to get the kill on Tomato there. That Wrath of Nature brought him real low. Still seeing IX Mike. They've got the vision.
Damn, Moo popped the Ascension from that far away. Just wants to run across the map.
Well, find themselves a nice pickup kill here on Mike.
IX Mike's just desperately trying to get wards up in his jungle. Every time you see that he has no TP to get out after the gyro rockets him, it's because he's TPing into the jungle to try to get wards up.
The Blink Dagger picked up now for Pango as well.
It's an interesting build. Maelstrom Ags into Blink Dagger. I think they do need the team fight disable coming from the Rolling Thunder. Like, Ags is good in the late game, and it helps you farm. And
Bottom lane, that's managed to find themselves Brax. The silence is on. There's going to be a hook, but not enough to save him. And there's going to be the Rolling Thunder, the Blink forward. Are they going to be able to go get this kill over onto Jubei? He's going to try to win run himself out. They find the kill. And now they're diving pretty deep here. There's going to be the tug back over. They'll be able to go and take down 9. They're still looking here. IX Mike, he's trying to heal up, and Rezo's just relentlessly diving after Mike. He's actually still alive now. They go back in, and they're going to try to get this kill onto Tomato. He will fall. This is not looking good. It hasn't looked good for a while, but it's starting to look even more dire.
still no bounties.
Yeah, I feel
Not
like
going for any
they
bounties.
used all the bounties the first one. They're like, all right, well, I think maybe they don't know that they reset.
Maybe they think it's
I feel
a
like
series
Rezo,
thing.
yeah, I feel like Rezo would be doing a lot more given the chance. Oh, IX Mike, and whoa, all right.
I also feel like if there were
Look at that hook coming right back in. Moose. They'll be able to find a kill on
Yeah, the
him.
Night
They're
Stalker.
turning this around. Moo trying to run himself away. That's a lot of damage coming out from this Wind Ranger. It's going to try to go, stun them up, but the blink forward again. This is going to be a dead.
It's so long. Well, that's a throw. I mean, it's still 17k gold lead, but this gives them an opportunity to finally dewar that triangle area, dewar their jungle, push the lanes
They have
out.
a lot of things to do on their to-do list now.
They do. I mean, if you want to include bounties on that too, there's even more. But I don't think they're thinking about that at all. Just now, they need to do some housekeeping across the map.
All right, yeah, well, I know Jubei obviously wants to get control back of his jungle. Is this time that you just pick up a gem and you try to just sweep through?
Possibly. Maybe you hope that the enemy team drops a gem in your fountain. Maybe that's the play.
Yeah, the football. But I really do believe that J-Storm doesn't know that it's per game, not per series.
You should let them know, Moxie.
I can't. I'm not allowed to.
Rip. They need to shove out of the lanes. They need to keep the lanes out, split push, and look for a pick off on an important target. Like burst somebody with Queen of Pain plus Pudge plus Wind Ranger, something like that. If they can like burst a Gyro or even the Pango's burstable. He has no defensive items whatsoever. So he's definitely very burstable. It's difficult to set up in these side lanes against like a Night Stalker against superior vision, and when you're just afraid because the enemy team is stronger than you.
We do have another Ag Scepter picked up now for the Gyrocopter. Got how many Ags on this team now? 1, 2, 3.
2.
I think
3.
Fear. Is Fear the only one? Who doesn't have one?
Radiant's
Um,
bottom
Oh, Moose doesn't have one either. Okay.
That's a terrible eggs. Nature's eggs. Bulldog is rolling in his grave right now. I say grave because they lost horribly.
Yikes. All right. Well, no, there was no need to be that savage. That's silence, no? Yeah. They don't have the detection. They don't see him.
Radiant's bottom
Now they do.
tower is under attack.
310 gold for that kill? That seems like an awful lot for an Undying that's 3 and 10.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
What are these gold calculations?
I don't know, but these are not our fault.
No, these
Or
ones
Sir
aren't.
Sidine.
These ones aren't. It could be Sidine.
Top lane, Moose. Found out here. The Night Stalker is trying to TP in. He wants to try to keep him alive. He's got the Crimson Guard. He's actually still alive. He's going to turn back around. Can Moose get out in time? And it's looking like they're going to be able to get the kill on Jubei at the very least here. That was very, very close. Good TPs coming out from the side of J-Storm.
Jubei really wanted that pick off. Like
Dire's
you
top
know that
tower
he
is under
knows
attack.
that they need to get a couple of like lucky and skilled pickoffs on the opposite side of the map on these like split pushing heroes. That's kind of the way back into this game is they need like 3 or 4 of those, or they like into a team fight, into like a one team fight.
Oh, they're going to buy back on the Wind Ranger. They want to make sure that they don't actually get this Roche, I think. Although I'm not seeing any of the other players moving their way towards that pit, so maybe they're just trying. Oh, here Rolling Thunder. Oh, Jubei. He just bought back. That's a bit of a disaster. Not done yet. They found themselves another target. Can they get the kill onto Mike? Needs just a little bit more damage. That Diffusal doing a lot of work, though, making sure that they have no mana. Oh, the whip in the back line's coming out from Braxis. Doesn't quite manage to find it. They will be able to go. The BKB is going to come out, though, from the Gyrocopter as they're going to try to chase down Monkey's Forever. He's got his own BKB. He's trying to waddle himself away, and this Night Stalker really seemed like he wanted, but
Not bad for Beastcoast.
they got a dieback.
They had a dieback, but that that could have gone a lot worse. I think if Monkey's Forever
True.
doesn't have the BKB rush there, he feeds, and then they probably lose. But unfortunately, they are appearing to be
Ooh,
losing.
oh, what's happening here? He's trying. They want to go in. They want to fight this. This could be the hook coming out, and they grab up that Night Stalker. They'll go and follow up with a big drop of the rock, and there's just Roche going down in the back line. Rezo going to be able to find himself a kill as they start chasing after Brax here. Does have his own BKB up. They'll go turn out, throw some of those Shadow Strike daggers. Look at the damage, though, coming out from that Wrath of Nature.
They did give Roche. Who's it on?
It's on Rezo.
Rezo again.
It's on Rezo. I was kind of confused, like, what was happening during that fight.
He also has the cheese. I think that's one of those fights where you kind of feel strong because you have this 18k gold lead, but you're fighting into a high ground, and also you've used a lot of your resources to take Roche and in the fight that was preceding the Roche. So just opting to back off and sack the old Night Stalker there. I mean, he's useless during the daytime anyway, so other than for pushing out lanes.
Does this start to slip away from J-Storm at a certain point?
I honestly don't think so. I think like Pango with the Ags change is a beast in the late game. It's honestly really bullshit when he picks up a basher and just is constantly bashing you through BKB. The Night Stalker is, with the new ultimate, is incredibly good in the late game, and then Gyrocopter has always been like an excellent late game character.
That's what, the 3rd double damage rune this game?
I believe so. This one's not in front of the Roche Pit though.
That's true, but we do have a shared bottle here for the Gyrocopter, so I was going to save that for a rainy day.
Yeah, that's really nice dealing with this PL Illusions. He's going for a basher next on PL, so kind of a high risk, high reward sort of item as opposed to going for something like a heart. I think this does make sense. I think the heart is just going to help him survive the team fights and just die a little bit later.
Look at how much just HP Monkey's just lost from that engagement alone. And he's a pretty beefy boy.
Yeah, the diffusal damage is very annoying too for Pudge. There's a very low mana pool, but likes to use his mana. So a couple of hits from Pango, and he is just a melee creep, a lot of HP.
All right, I believe that's both shrines taken down now from the side of the Radiant. Yeah, it's gone. So access points are getting taken down.
They're playing this pretty safe. Just shoving in all the lanes, doing a bit of housekeeping before they go for a high ground push.
I thought you were going to say house kicking, and I was like, oh no. Zyori was talking about those rosters. That's making me real nervous now when you say things like that.
Maybe afterwards, I don't know.
Yikes. Mike's out of there.
And they're going high ground.
Oh, they managed to land the shackle.
Moo is
Good. Look at their body positioning. They just like, no. BKB comes out though from Resolution. He's got the BKB and of course the double damage. They'll go and fort up the buildings. Look at them just shredding on the back lines. So Mike is almost dead already. See, Brax, he wants to go in there. He uses his veil.
Tomato just buys out. He even smokes.
Oh, the pull though back. Grab that Pangolier, they go drop the rock, and they get 9 out in time though. He's taking a lot of damage. It's not looking very good. They actually managed to find themselves a kill there. So the rest of the team just focus on the buildings. There's another pull back again here, followed up with a beautiful stream coming out from that Queen of Pain as they're going to be able to take down Fear. Can they take down the Night Stalker? There's a question. Is Moo going to make it out? No! He's going to get taken down. There was a buyback that came out from 9 as well.
What we just saw is also kind of a classic thing with Pudge, where he hooks Pango into the base, and all of a sudden, chaos breaks out. Like, 9 had his roll available, and he had Swashbuckle available, but he swashbuckled on his position. I don't know if it was something with the quick cast, but that is almost always what happens when you're at the tier 4s and Pudge hooks you, and you just, like, freak out. The same thing is with Moo. He had the Crimson Guard available the whole time, did not use it. And it's one of those things where like there's so much chaos where it's like, oh shit, what do we do? What do we do, guys? And then you just lose a bunch of kills to the Pudge, but it's still a tough game for Beastcoast, obviously.
Pudge is such an interesting hero because he provides you that way to try to initiate, and even if it's not a success, you still can just reset. Although obviously, sometimes you get that hook and you drag the wrong person in.
That's true, but
it's a
not
really
like,
interesting hero in that sense.
It's not like you going into them. It's like you're pulling one person.
Yeah, you change their positioning. Any hero that can change your positioning, I feel like it's just ultra value.
Yeah, there's always a way to win a game with
like Batrider changes positioning of different heroes. You've got Pudge, you've got Vengeful Spirit.
Bat's actually, well, this is like a super Pudge bias thing, but in my opinion, Bat's actually like riskier because you have to put yourself in.
Right.
I mean, obviously it's more reliable, but technically speaking, if you have a 100% hook rate, which I mean nobody does, then it's better to have a Pudge on your team. It's a lower cooldown, does more damage.
You're doing a good job of pushing out each of these side lanes, though. It's another Aegis that does get reclaimed.
Does have the butterfly now, Gyro.
He does feel pretty strong.
A whole lot of this damage on the Beastcoast side is physical. It's right clicks. The Queen of Pain ulti is quite a lot, but it's really the PL that's going to be doing a lot of this damage in the late game. And then also Windranger is a serious damage dealer with the Maelstrom. So Butterfly makes Gyro a lot tankier. Still susceptible to the Pudge though.
So do you risk trying to go high ground without an Aegis, or do you just sit a little bit longer and say, you know, we'll get the next one?
I think you can poke at it with the Gyro.
Okay.
And you're pretty safe to do that. And if the Gyro gets low, then you're cool with just backing out.
All right, there's the BKB. They want to just take down this tower. They're doing a decent amount of damage, but there's going to be the kickback there from the Sonic Wave as they go rolling in. Can they get the kill onto Mike? He will fall to the Wrath of Nature. As you can see, 9 far in this back line here. Wants to get the final hit onto the Queen of Pain. Is getting kited around a little bit. This is not looking good. He cannot afford to die. He's going to die, though. He'll fall. He's down for 115 seconds. No buyback. But they did manage to get the last tower.
Resso just hard ditched once he saw 9 go in that deep. He's like, all right, dude, I'm out of here. Shove out all the lanes. Tomato draws a line down mid, though. They want to push with this. They know that the Pangolier has no buyback. So this looks to be a all-in sort of mid push. Although I say that, there's actually a smoke up from Brax.
I think maybe they're hoping that they can find, maybe find Moo? Oh no, Moo's pretty tanky.
Middle tower is under
Oh yeah, he's a
attack.
beefy boy.
Yeah.
These talents are hard.
The Chungus over here.
These are mega chonker talents that Night Stalker has.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want more HP than you got at level 10 at level 15? Sure.
Sounds great.
Cool.
A lot of pinging coming out around this pit. Though they'll see Rezo won't actually quite grab him. It's pretty close though. I think that there's a ward over there, and there is in fact not a ward there. On the other side.
Moo actually pinged right on top of the ward. Oh, hook. Is that here? Gyro?
The hook, there's going to be a drop as well. Can they keep this? No, they
No,
managed
Brax!
to go. Brax
No!
doesn't manage to land the Sonic Wave.
That was it.
The BKB is worn off now from the Pudge. Oh, dear. That
boy.
could have been so good for Beastcoast.
I think you just don't expect a hook like that to hit. You're just like, oh, we're losing. We're gonna keep we're gonna keep losing. That was just a really nice hook from Monkey. So nice that his team didn't even expect it. So Brax is like, oh, well, I guess I got an ulti.
Yeah, that was a delayed reaction there.
That feels bad. You don't get a second opportunity like that.
No, you don't.
God damn.
19K net worth lead going over to the side of J-Storm.
Brax is going to have the Scream of Pain 1.5 second fear soon, which is always a game changer.
That is actually incredible. It's basically like a Dark Willow Terrorize, except you have to leap in the middle of everyone, so it's a little bit riskier.
It's a six second cooldown too, so this thing is very annoying to deal with. Like, forces BKBs.
Monkeys, they know he's there. Let's see Mike. Like Moo thinking about trying to chase him down. They do have a gem. BKB is going to come out again here. For this Pudge will go. He'll pull in Rezo. Rezo's got his own BKB up, and that Sonic Wave does connect, but it doesn't do enough damage. They will be able to finally get the kill onto Monkeys forever. It's going to be the buyback coming out now from Monkeys. He wants to join the fight. He knows they're all fighting around here. Tomato's sitting very, very low right now. Is he going to be able to? No, they'll take him down. He's going to have to buy himself back as well. And now you can see Moo trying to run away from the Wind Ranger. He's not going to be able to make it just fast enough. As the Resolution grabs himself up a bounty rune. And thank God there wasn't a shrine up over there, because I'm pretty sure Beastcoast, if they had been able to TP directly there immediately, this would have gone not great for J-Storm.
That could have been very good. The fight was kind of split. You had Moo on the sideline by the kind of ward spot area, chasing down the Undying, and honestly, that's not a very useful hero to be going on at this point of the game. Once he drops the Tombstone, he's kind of useless. He's just got a bunch of like defensive items. I think normally you want to go in supports, but Undying is, this hero's built to waste your time. And he paid the price for it. He paid a gem. Also, does that count for the bounty? If Yubei puts the gem in fountain?
No.
Hey, it's not a touch. Would that be a touchdown?
No.
Football?
No.
Any football fans in the audience? How does that work?
I'm pretty sure no one is saying yes right now.
Okay.
I'm sure there's probably some people that are into football.
Okay. Careful, Rezo. He really wants to get his level 25. That's why he's pushed up so aggressively on the wave. Does have a Satanic, though. It's very difficult to kill this man. That status resistance, man.
Status resistance is probably one of the most broken stats that they created for.
I think a lot of people are expecting that to get changed, or at least nerfed. In the
They have nerfed it, I think, once
Yeah,
already,
patch.
right? But it's still so strong.
Yeah, it was like it was your strength gave you status resist for a little while there. That was just crazy.
Yeah.
That was the patch of the strength heroes, man. It felt good to be a Pudge player.
Roche is up.
Not so much in this game.
Yeah, they want this. Now, my question is, can they contest it?
I think with Pudge hooking to the high ground, you've got these this opportunity to contest it. But
It's a refresher shard, too. And a double damage rune. All right. All right. I think this game is biased towards J-Storm at this point. This is their 4th double damage, 2nd one outside the pit.
look how fast this is.
I don't think you can go in the pit with Rezo having double damage.
You got to hook him out. You got to do something. I don't know if you want to hook a DD gyro, though.
No, I really don't think you do. And of course, Fear's positioning has been just perfectly on point. Mike starting to get ready. There's going to be the Dark Ascension. You can see the call down coming down. It's going to be the jump forward over here. Look at 3 people getting hit here with all that damage, and that's going to be the Hex being used. We'll slow down the Night Stalker a little bit, but they'll be able to find the kill over onto Jube. And Roche is completed. Rezo has himself an Aegis. Monkeys, he's trying to do whatever he can to slow them down just a little bit here, but I'm not sure it's going to be quite
the bash.
enough. Whoa, where are we? What's happening? Night Stalker's still going to chase after Tomato. They drop the rock, and that is a dead Phantom Lancer. Brax, he's trying. He hits 4 people with that Sonic Wave. It's not enough damage. We have a dead PL for 112 seconds, dead Monkeys Forever for 111. This is looking over to me, honestly. Yeah, look at Rezo. He's just going right for these.
Get me out, as they say in North
Brax,
America.
though. Brax.
He's going for it.
He was trying. He's like, you'll never take me alive. He's trying to make space, but they're not interested in following that rabbit today. Buyback comes out from 9. He says, I want to be alive for the end of this. And I believe it's going to be a 2-0 for J-Storm. GG gets called. J-Storm's looking real good right now.
They're looking real good. I can't help but, maybe this is once again an off-laner bias, but I think having 2 off-laners on your team, that's going to take some adjusting, for sure. Like that's that's always a big problem. There's a lot to be learned switching between roles. Even for somebody who's like as experienced as like Brax or Monkeys Forever, the patches change, right? Like you need to be like very up to date with like the trends of that particular patch. So.
It did kind of feel like we saw more of these sort of comfort hero picks coming out from the side of Beastcoast.
Which makes sense, given that they're new roster.
They're playing around a little bit. They're figuring out, what's most comfortable. But J-Storm, they looked really, really good. I think it helps. I mean, we talked about Moo and his Night Stalker, right? He's always been very, very good with that hero. But now that it's even stronger, it's in the meta, I think that's not a surprise that they won this particular matchup.